Hey guys, it's Sarah, and this video is all about the 5 first steps you should take if you're looking to start your own creative freelance business. I am a little biased, but I think copywriting and brand strategy are two of the best sort of freelance industries you can go into, because every single business on the planet needs thinking and strategy and copywriting, whether it's web copy or like social media copy or long form copy or ad copy or big picture thinking, you name it, they need it. And so I actually got into copywriting and strategy in an agency that I was working at. It was a below the line advertising agency. Below the line essentially means digital marketing, email marketing, and all of that stuff rather than like big billboard advertising and TV commercials. And I'd known I wanted to be creative and work in industry, but I didn't really understand what copywriting was. So I kind of got my first role as a copywriter and got my first foot in the door. I started writing for brands like Mercedes-Benz, Clipper Teas, and Whole Earth Foods. And I just fell in love with it. And I was able to hone my craft, learn to write really well, and work alongside some really great senior creatives. A few years later, I really needed a change. I'd been working in advertising for several years. It was very fast paced. I wanted a bit more flexibility. I wanted to work with my own clients as well. And I saw other sort of people calling themselves freelance and working with clients all around the world. So I took the leap. I started my own company and I started freelancing. And it came just before COVID, so it was a very, very scary time for me. I had barely any contacts and literally no clients. But I started building my own business and slowly picked up more clients, and the rest is history. Over the years, I started to realize that the clients were coming more and more to me with like business problems but asking for copywriting, because that was what I was offering, right? So why wouldn't I ask for it? But I thought, what if I could help them with their business problems? What if I could actually help them with their brand? And I suddenly started to realize that there was this whole other process that was happening before the copywriting, that there was this whole sort of strategic process that I wasn't even involved in because I didn't understand and I didn't know how to do it. I wanted to learn more about sort of strategy, and I wanted to come in before the executional phase. I wanted to also work and like partner with clients rather than be given a brief. Advertising agency I was working at, and the social media agency, you kind of briefed by the account managers, so you just kind of got told what to do and then you go and do it. But I wanted to decide what to do. I wanted to be that person as well. I'd come across strategy before, but I actually started working with a brand strategist in a big agency I was contracting for as a copywriter. And that was a great insight into the process for me. And I sort of learned everything there and understood exactly what a strategist does in a big agency. But I also started researching and having conversations and trying to learn everything I could about this elusive role. I was doing free trainings, learned the ins and the outs. I had conversations with people, and I was getting way more confident in having more strategic conversations with my freelance clients. So that might be where you are right now. Maybe you've sort of studied some courses and you've done copywriting. Maybe you've studied strategy before, but you also might not have done any of that, and that's okay. Now, before I dive into my steps you need to take before starting your own business, there's something I want you to know about strategy and copywriting. They are hugely complementary roles. So basically, the strategist role is to sort of do the big picture thinking, and to clearly articulate that idea, that they can choose the idea and the direction to go down. Because if they can't do that, then how can the copywriter come in and actually translate that into beautiful copy? They sort of map out this direction, and then the copywriter translates that in a non-boring way for the customer. The difference is that the brand strategists think more about business and the brand and the audience problems, and they come up with a solution and they pitch that to the copywriter and to the client, but the copywriter takes all the thinking and turns it into beautiful stories for the consumer, written in the perfect expression for the brand. And so for me, learning brand strategy meant I could start working at a more strategic level with my clients. I could do the big picture thinking and the direction and the sort of problem solving, but also the storytelling and copywriting, which I love. So with that, let's move on to the first things you should do if you're starting your own creative business. So the first thing, I cannot reinforce this enough, learn what to do before you sort of go out and do it. So you need to go and learn from all the best of the best. So whether that's through courses, Skillshare, reading books. I'll link my top 5 in the video description that you should read. There's videos on YouTube, there's LinkedIn articles, and Also, I'm going to be doing something quite exciting soon, so make sure you subscribe to my YouTube to be notified about that. And whatever you do, don't stop studying. Like, I've been in this industry for like 8 years plus now, and I'm still learning, I'm still reading, I'm still finding new stuff out every single day. You need to make connections in the industry and follow other people. Don't just rely on your own knowledge. Like, there's really clever people out there doing some amazing things. So also just like build this community and be involved in conversations. The next step is to get crystal clear on what you offer. So if you're going to write copy, do you want to write content, or do you want to write long form content, or do you want to write advertising copy? Because they're both very different things. Content writing, copywriting, different things. Long form and short form, like, do you want to be skilled at ad copy and sort of, you know, like the shorter pieces, or do you want to write like long articles and thought pieces? Because that's different too. Do you want to also work on the bigger picture strategy? Do you want to sort of get involved in that with your own freelance clients, or do you only want to do the execution phase and the storytelling and the sort of copywriting part? So take some time to map out what this freelance business will look like for you and actually what you want to offer as your services, and then sort of go from there. So that brings me to the next step. You need to get crystal clear on your positioning. So brand positioning, big, important thing to study. And I know at the start you're like, whatever, I'll just take any clients. But you know, the clients you take on at the start of your freelance career really dictate the types of clients that you start to get in the future, because you'll start sharing your work, you'll get experience in it, and then the clients in the same industry will come to you for help. So before I started, I was working on like FMCG brands, but also automobile brands. Then when I went freelance, I started drawing in more wellness brands because they tend to be quite small. And also I was a yoga teacher. I am a yoga teacher. So nowadays I kind of work a lot in the tech space, and I've sort of refine my niche to work in the tech and sort of health space, which I really love. I love technology. I find it so interesting, and I work with a lot of startups. So I would say find your passion. You know, you might want to work in real estate or finance or education. Like, find your passion and go with that, because you're going to need that passion to keep you going. Take some time to think about this in the beginning, because it's going to set the foundation for the types of clients that you attract in the future. You really want to target a specific area of copywriting or strategy, and really like refine your positioning, rather than just like take any clients, anyone, you know, like be a sort of octopus and like have multiple different types of industries. So those are my first steps you should take. I'm going to link the books that I recommend in the description below. If you really like this video and if you found it helpful, please like it and share. And before I go, I really would love to hear from you. What is the one challenge that you're experiencing with your freelance business? Maybe you've not set it up yet and you need some advice. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time.